Our next game sees Arsenal face a Birmingham side who've not won at the home of the Gunners for over 50 years. The commentator at the Emirates Stadium was Simon Brotherton.
7 of Arsenal's key personnel play for the first time since New Year's Day today after a 2-match mini break. Gallas, Fabregas and Adebayor among them, while Birmingham's captain Damian Johnson plays wearing a protective mask just 2 weeks after suffering a small skull fracture near his eye. Mistake at the back there by Schmidt. It might let in Adebayor. He's got strength. Oh, and the ball just bounced off his body. Raphael Schmidt's got himself into all sorts of trouble there at the back. He'd given the ball away. It was a bad mistake, but he did just enough to knock Adebayor off his stride, which enabled Mike Taylor to make the save. Kleb away from Larson. Oh, it was a lucky bounce, but Flamini picks it up. That Schmidt's coming across. Adebayor waiting in vain at the far post. You do wonder whether it is merely a matter of time. But here's Cameron Jerome. Real test now for Senderos. Oh, good save by Almunia. And from nowhere, Birmingham City suddenly threatening. Cameron Jerome very close to giving them the lead here. Good save there by Almunia. Well, he's only had one thing to do so far in the opening quarter of an hour, but it required an excellent stop to keep the score goalless. Kleb. Adebayor. Well, good for Arsenal that Togo didn't qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations. Kleb, dangerous. Eduardo! Oh, what a good save! Terrific save from Mike Taylor from point-blank range, but it was a glorious chance for Eduardo. Pinpoint accuracy in the cross. The header was down, but straight at Mike Taylor. Interesting to note, in a season in which 8 Premier League clubs have changed their manager already, that today marks Arsene Wenger's 650th game in charge of Arsenal. Birmingham losing their way all too easily when they are in possession of the ball here. Something which they can ill afford to do. Clichy. Eduardo. Kleb. Oh, it's beautiful play. And it's so nearly led to a goal, but it has led to a penalty. Birmingham City's players are furious. But Phil Dowd's mind is made up, and still the arguments rage. But they can rage all afternoon. The decision won't be changed. This was brilliant play, but Kelly, whose foot gets to the ball first, also entangles Eduardo's leg. And with 20 minutes played, Arsenal have the chance to make the breakthrough, and it's Adebayor, their top scorer. Will it be goal number 13 in the Premier League for him this season? Yes, it will. Arsenal lead by 1-0. Mike Taylor did well here. He got down, got a hand to the ball, couldn't quite push it wide. Adebayor right in the corner. Walcott. Adebayor was always prepared to come and look for the ball, and now it's Damian Johnson. Gallas across. Lovely play. Bakary Sagna. 2 or 3 players calling for it. Fabregas prominent among them. Here he is. And Kleb. Eduardo waits in the centre. Lovely ball in. Fabregas! Well, the deflection could so easily have taken it into the back of the net. Lovely play, and again, Kleb does not look for the obvious ball necessarily, but it's very, very effective. Olivier Capo now. O'Connor and Jerome in the centre. And Birmingham City have a corner. Well, this match is in the middle of a really tough trio for Alex McLeish's side. They played Manchester United in their last game, here against Arsenal, and next up, Chelsea. Happy New Year. Larson's corner, and a goal for Birmingham City. How about that? Gary O'Connor. They were second best in the first half, and now they have a lifeline in the match. Gary O'Connor, the Scottish international, was there. Right place, right time. And Almunia wrong-footed. What a start to the second half for Birmingham here, with less than 3 minutes played following the restart. The ball bouncing by Fabregas, and O'Connor has his 4th goal of the season. Well, we have a bit more of a game then here in the second half, because although it was 1-0 in the first half, it might have been more. There was an air of inevitability about the way this game might turn out. Not now. Sanya there going over the leg of Sebastian Larsson, who complains that Sanya was looking for that. Not a bad spot to win a free kick from Arsenal's point of view. The man in the mask, Damien Johnson, bravely standing on the end of the two-man wall. The referee needs eyes in the back of his head here. Fabregas in towards Senderos! Mike Taylor down low at the far post. Senderos rising high, and he would have squeezed that in. Only Derby have lost more matches in the Premier League this season than Birmingham. Here come Arsenal. Here comes Eduardo. Oh, and it nearly fell to Bentner. Danger still not cleared. Sanya. That could so easily have ricocheted off the forehead of Eduardo into the back of the net there. Eduardo close to finding Bentner. It was Damien Johnson who made that first vital interception. And such was the pace on this from Sanya, that had it struck Eduardo, it would either have deflected in or taken his head off, one or the other. Sanya. Clem. Neat little ball towards Fabregas, lovely little pass. And not quite the finish from the Bain, Bentner. Fabregas is the man who really can spot the openings and hurt the opposition. And this ball very nearly did. What a big result this could be for Alex McLeish and Birmingham City, if they can get a point here. Abu Diaby. Fabregas. Can he provide that little something extra here right at the last? Nicholas Bentner. Tired legs of Flamini, unable to get there. Bentner again with the opportunity to get the ball in. He has. Clem. Oh, it just needed a touch. Gallas was right there at the near post. Birmingham still on the ropes. The 90 minutes are up. And they survive. And we will have 3 minutes of added time. What a chance here. Clem opened up the defence. Well, this is not quite what he had in mind today. Birmingham not quite bringing Arsenal's manager to his knees, but not far off it. Deep into added time. Fabregas. Clem. Last chance saloon perhaps for Arsenal, and Fabregas nearly wins it. Lovely ball from Clem. Fabregas struck it well.
Did it perhaps take you back to early last season, a few of those 1-1 draws when you were on top in the matches and you just couldn't quite put the opponents away?
Yes, it was a little bit that, but it can happen in a season that you're not at your best, but it was down to show that you have learned from what is can be killer, you know. It is a set piece, and I felt we were just not focused or concentrated enough on that corner.
What about the penalty incident in the first half?
Yeah, I could understand Phil Dowd's decision, because I think he felt that the player took the leg first, then ball, and Phil was probably horrified to see that the player came out with the ball, and maybe a little bit softish, but the referee is the best judge in these positions, although it's a long way from the dugout for me to say it was definitely not a penalty. But we did argue it. We probably claimed for it if it was the other way.
I'll just give credit to Birmingham City. I think they played quite good football. In the midfield, they were very strong. With a player like Olivier Capo, Mwamba, Fabrice, they play good football, and we just do everything. We try everything, and today the ball just don't want to go in. That's part of football and that's part of life.
Some people would say that Birmingham's future is going to be decided in terms of the Premier League in playing matches against teams near you in the division. Perhaps is this a bonus point for the club?
It's definitely a bonus point, you know, and this is a real hard place to come. And you know, we've got to take positive things from today, and you know, so hopefully it can push on and it can be a worthwhile point at the end of the season for us. And you know, you never know, it maybe come down to a point, and this could be the point.